Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Raila Odinga has caused a storm in the nation. In fact, William Samoei Ruto has convened an urgent meeting after Raila Odinga exposed a very dangerous dozier. Many people are saying that is the Raila we know. Raila who will always get hidden information from the government archives. When Raila promised a few days ago that he will release a dozier, people like Usoro thought it was a joke. They went out and said that, we welcome Raila, let him, release a dozier beginning from the government of Uhuru so that we know what happened there. But today, Raila Odinga came up in style. And Raila, because that video has been viral, Raila told the nation that the so-called G-to-G deal didn't involve any government. It was just the government of Kenya together with some businessmen in the Gulf countries. And Raila explained that instead of sticking to the open tender, which is very competitive, that would give an opportunity to all the oil companies to apply, and whoever wins the bidder can be allowed to import oil, William Ruto and his government decided to handpick Gulf Energy, Oryx Energy, and Galana Oil Limited. And Raila is saying that up to this moment, all the things that William Ruto promised about this deal has not been achieved. And one of them, William Ruto, says that the cost of oil has not come down since the deal was signed. The shillings has continued to fall against the dollar. They had promised that the shillings will rise up. They said there would be dollars available, but the scarcity of the dollar has continued, Raila says. And he also says that the landlocked countries that depend on us for oil are abandoning us. Let me ask you, many people are chiding Raila and saying that Raila is lying. Let's imagine, or let us assume for a moment, that Raila is not telling the truth, because we don't know what happened between the Kenyan government and the oil dealers. But then, even before we continue, these statements, for example, the cost of oil has not come down. Is that a lie? Is Raila lying when he says that the cost of oil has continued to skyrocket? When he says that the landlocked countries that depended on us are now fleeing, is he lying on that? Because the other day, Ugandan government, in fact, the Ugandan parliament voted to stop the dependence on our oil. You know what is happening with the dollar? It is very scarce and our shillings continue to fall against the dollar. So even if you want to bury your head in the sand, you will know that whatever has come out here is the truth and nothing but the truth. And Raila is saying that these people are inflating the prices of oil, and there is an amount that is getting into individuals' pocket. It's a long statement. I don't want to get to it. But there is an information that William Ruto is busy looking for this person who is leaking information to Raila Odinga. That is one thing that is now disturbing everyone. They can't understand what is happening within the government circles. And if you want to know the reason why this is very serious, I want you to look at the faces that are in the energy sector. We have Mr. Davis Chirchir, who is the CS, Energy and Petroleum. And he was picked strategically because Ruto knew very well that that is where deals are cut, and he wanted his tribesman. We have Joe Sang, who is the MD Kenya Pipeline, another Ruto's tribesman. Then we have Joseph Siror, who is the CEO of Kenya Power, another tribesman of Ruto. Then we have Daniel Kipto, who is the director of IPRA. So when you look at the faces of those who have been appointed in the energy sector, they are people who Ruto believes are supposed to be loyal to him, are supposed to keep secrets, are not supposed to avail any information pertaining to such clandestine deals. But then, this deal reached Raila Odinga, and the government is disturbed. Who do you think is leaking information to Raila Odinga? This is the question that the government is grappling with. And it is now a moment of Shaggy's song, It Wasn't Me. Was it you just sang, It Wasn't Me? Was it you, Chirchir? It wasn't me. What about Yusuf Sil? It wasn't me. These people are working with their own tribesmen. In fact, someone was telling me that after appointing his tribesmen, there was a very strong instruction that you've been appointed there, ensure that you appoint your people, the Calais also, to speak, so that you can always keep these secrets. But they are forgetting that Kenyans have been pushed to a corner so much that they are willing to reveal such kind of information. An economist was saying that if you are working and you've got about 5 people who are not working, who depend either directly or indirectly on you, you are as well suffering as someone who is not working, especially if you are willing to help them. The cost of living has gone high, and there are people who are busy leaking information because they want to remain anonymous. The other thing is that there are Uhuru apologists who are still in government today. Because I have always said that Uhuru worked for 10 years as a president, as the commander-in-chief of all the armed forces. He made appointments, indirectly or directly. Such people are still there, and every time they see Uhuru being blamed, they feel bad. They are willing to share any kind of information. The cost of taking your children to school is just exorbitant. People can't afford. And there are Kenyans who have decided enough is enough.